this particular instance, at first I was like, I don't know, man. I don't want to. I was like, is this reaction ever going to see the time of day? But it is very quickly that level of immediate irritation that I get once you kind of get into the groove, which this is a awesome groove, by the way. There's some songs where any other person singing that particular song probably is not going to deliver it the right way. And you can just feel whatever anger or whatever frustration or whatever emotion is in there, spitting that vocal out is really effective. For more than half of my life, I've dreamed of Ireland. Drawn to it in a way I can't explain. At first it was the obvious, the scenic beauty, the music, the Guinness. Then over time, it became so much more. The vibe, the people, the history, and that's what hooked me. Also, clearly, I am not actually an Ireland.
Too sexy pose.
But on April 1st, 2026, the dream becomes a reality as I close up shop in the Smith Hole and take off on the adventure of my lifetime. Over the course of a year, I'll hike that beautiful island and tell its story, town by town. Each town I stop in, I'll conduct an interview in a pub with people that can tell the story of that particular town while discovering all the things. All the things you're supposed to do in Ireland, then all the things you don't know, like where the locals go. Basically, I'm going to try to make friends with an entire country. And if that goal doesn't sound lofty enough, I'm also going to attempt to learn the Irish language. If you'd like to support the project, basic Patreon support is only $3 a month. And if you're Irish and want to help me network and act as a liaison, hit me up. This is a huge bucket list goal, and I need all the help I can get. The Smitty Learns Irish Pubcast begins April 2026, and I can't wait. Sláinte. And welcome to the Rock Radar. My name is Smitty from the What the Hell Everything podcast and the Smitty Learns Irish Pubcast coming in 2026. My mission in life is to find the next great rock and roll, the stuff that I've never heard of before. My knowledge is pretty extensive, but there's all sorts of stuff out there I've never gotten into my system before. So today I'm getting into RØRY, the song Blossom. I do believe it's a single. And very quickly, how I stumbled upon this artist. I actually heard her and I believe her husband, that name is escaping me right now. We're on a podcast. I think it's the 20% podcast that I now follow, and it's about discovering and navigating neurodivergence, autism, ADHD, and things like that. And I'm realizing more and more, without being diagnosed, I have to stress that I am somewhere in there. And just hearing people talk about things that have been in my brain my whole life that I've never told anybody has been totally liberating and productive, proactive ways to navigate those things. And I now follow their podcast, which I have to admit I haven't listened to one of the first couple episodes yet. And their ADHD Love, Instagram, YouTube, find RØRY. I'm putting the link up right underneath the description here. But just following their socials really has helped me already. And just seeing people that have learned how to navigate their own brains to kind of discover themselves and to become artistic and really embrace that creativity is something that I'm fighting for in myself as well. So definitely want to give a shout out to those guys and RØRY, and we're going to hit Blossom. This is the first time I've ever listened to a full song. I think I listened to a clip or two of ones that I don't remember. And shout out to my friend Katie, who actually sent this song to me as one of the choices because she actually recommended the ADHD Love page and the 20% podcast. So we're going to get into RØRY and Blossom. I know I've been chit-chatty quite a bit, but let's roll. Blossom. Gotta admit, I didn't really expect there to be a really gnarly bass line coming into this song, which I have to admit, again, that's the first thing I hear is the bass in songs a lot of times. And a lot of times that takes the front seat and I just vibe out to the bass and lose attention on the vocals and whatever message is getting across to me. So really digging the bass. I'm digging the vocal melody as well quite a bit and the vibe. I say quite a bit on reactions, opening my rock and roll mind. That's a big part of what I do. And admittedly, I never, ever really gravitate towards electronic vocals, autotune, whatever you want to call it. This particular instance, at first I was like, I don't know, man. I don't want to. I was like, is this reaction ever going to see the time of day? But it is very quickly that level of immediate irritation that I get once you kind of get into the groove, which this is a fucking awesome groove, by the way. Once you get out of that stupid mindset and that closed-minded mindset, and sit with the groove, and I'm like, okay, this fucking song is really fucking cool. And the way she spits is, and there's some songs where any other person singing that particular song probably is not going to deliver it the right way. And you can just feel whatever anger or whatever frustration or whatever emotion is in there, spitting that vocal out is really effective. I did bring it back a minute. That vocal. Fuck yeah, man. Well done. I don't know what I was expecting. I heard a quick clip and I was like, it's okay. I'll give it a shot, and I did not expect to really like it that much, to be honest. And I really did. That groove, the vocal melody and that delivery of the vocal was just so believable and so emotion filled and so cool. And I think it's so awesome because the quick synopsis of what I think her story and I think it's her husband, started doing this ADHD love page or something, and it fucking blew up. And I don't know, I think she's very new into the music scene, more or less, a couple of years maybe. I don't know how many songs. I don't know if there's an album or not, but just to see somebody embrace their creativity and then start fucking killing it is so fucking cool and inspiring. So they've already helped me out, and if you've never heard this band or her, check them out and those podcasts too, because they're super helpful to me and might be helpful to you as well. And please consider liking and subscribing to this channel, and all my other things I got going on, all kinds of stuff. Thank you very much, guys.